And now a closer look as Russian President Vladimir Putin is calling up 300,000 troops to join the war in Ukraine. Putin declaring a partial mobilization of people with military experience. And it's raising some fears in the country. One-way flights out of Russia have skyrocketed in price today. They're selling out. NewsNation unbalanced anchor Leland Vittert joins us live. Leland, do we have any idea of where these troops will be positioned and then the strategy behind that move?
Not exactly yet in terms of whether or not Russia is going to try to consolidate here and just sort of take the territory they have and wall it off, annex this area of Ukraine that they have, or whether they're going to use those troops to try and retake this area near Kharkiv and then also try to push out here and cut off all of Ukraine from any type of Black Sea access. Both are possibilities. The fact that they are having to call up their reserves, though, Nichole, really shows how desperate Vladimir Putin is, what a shock the Ukrainians' counteroffensive has been, how embarrassed he has been on the world stage over the past 6 months or so. And it's also really telling, as you pointed out rightly, the biggest piece of news, flights out of the country are now sold out. It shows you just how unpopular the war in Ukraine is with the Russian people, even despite Putin's propaganda abilities.
All right, so Leland, I want to focus in on three words you just used there: desperate, shock, embarrassed. What do you think this means in terms of the war?
Well, nothing. Having somebody with nuclear weapons who has a massive ego and a need to stay in power, none of those adjectives or emotions are good things. And we've yet to see any willingness by Vladimir Putin to negotiate. So you think about Russian military doctrine, and this gets a little wonky, but it's important to think about. Their doctrine says that when you're losing, as they are right now in Ukraine, you escalate to de-escalate. How do you escalate? You use nuclear weapons, and that's what we've started to hear the U.S. administration warning the Russians not to do.
All right, Leland, give us a little preview. What are you talking about on your show tonight?
You and I have talked about this, Nichole, the 48 migrants who were sent from Texas up to Martha's Vineyard by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. The sheriff in San Antonio, where the migrants were picked up, says he's investigating. Just wrapped up an interview with him that's going to air in its entirety on Balance tonight. Interestingly enough, despite all the headlines we were able to cut through, he's not even investigating Ron DeSantis. So why he says that what he's doing isn't a publicity stunt, even though what Ron DeSantis did pretty much is.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.